Scorpio, how you doing? So my body's telling me yeah, but my mind tells me no, but it's a mind over matter kind of thing that you've got going on. It could be a Stephen, okay, or a Sarah, or a Sassy, or anybody beginning with S, or M, or Emily, Melissa, Maria, Matilda, all the M's, okay, I keep hearing. So that's all the names out of the way because there's quite a few all up in here as well, okay. So your main messages, if you've just seen the channel, I channel some messages, then we look into your tarot. But I've just had my second COVID jab a few hours ago. And I think probably within an hour and a half or 2 hours, depending on whether my second jab is as bad as what the first one was, because I'm on that, you know, and I'm probably going to be dribbling and drooling. So you'll have to excuse me if my channel is slightly off, but I have to get your sign done. So, channel messages for a start, then some tarot. Okay, so I'm hearing that my body tells me my mind tells me no, but my body is telling me yes. And it's like this, that I'm looking at something and I'm very tempted. And like, this could be desire, it could be sex, it could be addiction, it could be food. And I think it's all of the above. It's like, you know what, I'm kind of like following my sphincter. Or like this thing, like this kind of like, it's kind of like I'm going to go in whatever direction that my dobber points at. So like if it's over that way, that's where I'm going and I'm following my main vein. So I don't know if anybody's in vein or in going intravenous. You got drugs here. You got Venus sitting in the stands of the sports arena, waiting for the show to begin. Tina, I'm also hearing Tina. Red lights, green lights, strawberry wine. David Gray. Some of you could be listening to David Gray. Red light, green light, strawberry wine. David, Danielle, I keep hearing. But strawberry wine. Sorry. Red light, green light, you could be listening to David Gray. Venus and Mars. Venus and Mars are alright tonight. Paul McCartney. I sang it a little while ago. I mentioned it in the Libra reading, so you could be dealing with a Libra. Mentioned in a Libra reading that I didn't know about the planets of like Venus and Mars conjunct, I think they are. And I said it in the Libra reading that I'd watched this channel that I follow. I forget what her name is now. Nadia Shaw, I think. And something popped up, but I'd mentioned it in the Libra reading. I'll just have to watch that one. And because I'd sung that song, it's got something to do with Venus and Mars. Venus and Mars. But I'm not an astrologer. I just channeled the song, sang it. When I watched it, I was like, wow, that reminds me of a reading I'd done when I sung Paul McCartney's Venus and Mars are all right tonight, right? So something to do with Venus and Mars placements. Some of you could be doing anything to do with astrology or anything like that. So a common interest that you may have in astrology for a lot of you, okay? And this is like looking and studying like Venus and Mars, okay? Anyway, so going back to your actual channel messages, Scorpio, what they keep saying is that I've got so many desires and things that I want, and my body tells me, it's kind of like my body tells me no, then it tells me yes, and then my mind tells me yes, but then my mind tells me no when my body says yes. Can you make any fucking sense of it? If not, you've got to be dealing with a 2, which would be a Libra, I would say, somewhere. But like, I look at something and I think my mind tells me no, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, like, just don't do that, like, no, oh, don't, that's really putting me off, like, you're really putting me off. Something, so, I don't know what this is, but like, you're looking at something, you're like, to be quite honest with you, that's really not very like, you know, that's really not turning me on, or that's really not doing it for me. And you're like, you're looking at something and thinking, my mind's telling me no, and my mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me, yeah, that's probably a really good idea to have that. Do you know what I'm saying? Or like you're buying something and you're like, you know what, I really should not be buying that, but to be quite honest with you, like I'm addicted to sex, saying sex, or like addicted to food, or addicted to buying something, okay? And you're looking at it and you're thinking, you know what, I really shouldn't be doing that, but cool, my body don't half tell me I need it. So like this craving, like this constant craving. So this could be food, it could be sex. I did pick up intravenous a little while ago, so that could be like drugs for anybody you know that takes drugs. Because it feels like that something is very tempting and alluring, knowing that I shouldn't be, but I'm going to. And now I don't know if you've got a cheater and a player up in here. If you have, I'm also hearing a cheater, which would be a lion, so something around a Leo for a lot of you that you've got. Okay, but anyway, your channel messages pretty much started off, because I actually turned this off because I was blurting out a load of nonsense, pretty much like now. Your channel messages was a channel, but it wasn't, it was a feeling. It's a Scorpio thing. It could be a Stephen King, you could be dealing with a Pisces somewhere placement, but like, it's this feeling that a Scorpio has where it's kind of like, you know what, I'm not going to say anything and I'm not going to do anything. I'm just biding my time and wait and see. And it's kind of like, I know that the inevitable is going to happen and I know that this is going to happen. But you know what, I don't want to rock the boat, which would be a Six of Swords around a Gemini or a Capricorn placement somewhere with somebody. And I don't really want to rock the boat. I don't want to say anything, but then I kind of like do. It's kind of like, I don't want to say anything, I don't want to rock the boat, I don't want to piss you off, I don't want to annoy you, I don't want to upset you, I don't want to fucking, you know, shake the apple cart as such, right? So the name Carter, okay, or anybody like that, but I don't want to shake the apple cart. I don't want to fucking shake the hornet's nest, right? So I'd rather just not say anything and just go along with it, right? And just go along with it. Because my body's telling me that I'm in need of something, but my mind is telling me, and my brain is saying, if I say this and I open my mouth and I say something, it's actually going to like make matters worse. So let's skip the talking about it. Let's forget that and just brush it under the carpet as such. Let's go with my desire of what I want, and then let's just see what physically comes of it. Now, if this is, because I can't relate these messages to a person, you guys are going to have to know what channeling is, but if this is a person, for instance, right, it's kind of like you're very wary around people and you're kind of like, look, this is just a Scorpio thing. So I'm just going to be very quiet and not say anything. You could be dealing with a Virgo, but someone's very reserved, I don't know, but very quiet, very reserved, and thinking, you know what, I'm just going to keep myself to myself. I'm going to keep my head down. I'm not going to say anything, but there's a certain amount of things that I want, like for myself, like sex or something like that. Well, that's a Scorpio. You know, I've got a Scorpio rising. Any of you out there dealing any time with a Scorpio and the sex department, you're going to struggle in that department, right, completely. So I'm just letting that one out there. Okay, it's because it's always on their terms. Someone will always see it that it's on their terms because they're a fixed emotional sign. If they're turned on, they're turned on. If they're turned off, they're turned off. If they want it, they want it. If they don't, they don't. And that goes with a Scorpio flat out. Flat out Scorpio altogether. In order to, any cross-watcher, any placement of Scorpio for any cross-watchers out there whatsoever, or Trevor also, okay, is to let a Scorpio do exactly what they want. And if you can let them be controlling in any way whatsoever, meaning like, okay, if you want to be this way, I'll let you do that. You know, if you want to do this, it's okay, I'll let you do that. If you don't want to speak about it, it's okay, I'll not push you and prod you to say something that you don't. If you want sex, it doesn't matter what it is, it's just that to get on with a Scorpio placement, you have to pretty much understand that they want what they want when they want it, and when they don't, they don't. And that is the unequivocal energy of why Scorpio gets the most amount of flack from a lot of people. Because they're a fixed emotional sign. They're the lord of the underworld. They will fuck you up emotionally, physically, mentally, all kinds, and they will put you in some sort of like mixer and a blender around Sagittarius energies. So like fives, Taurus or Sagittarius, right, you could be dealing with. Or you could have it in your placement, right? But like, what I'm picking up is like, you know what, I'm just biding my time. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to see. And I'm just going to have a look around Lucy. Okay, or Lucifer, which would be a morning star, that would be an Aquarian or a Leo, okay, or I'd say a Capricorn, but it would be a 6, so Gemini I'm picking up, right, for you. But it's kind of like, I'm just going to see what happens in the morning, right? So it's kind of like this, how can I explain your feeling? It's that. It's kind of like, you know what, I'm trying to not say anything. Don't want to rock the apple cart. Don't want to rock the boat. Don't really want to say anything, but I do, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to piss you off because there's certain things that I want individually, and I know that if I mention this and bring this up, it's going to really like stir the custard, right? Or the name Kirsty, or you've got a custody battle going on with children, okay? I keep saying a custody battle. So it's kind of like it is a... Well, they keep saying a battle cat, so the name cat, so Leo, okay, which would also be a battle, which would mean definite another placement of another Gemini, so you could be dealing with another Gemini somewhere, okay. Yeah, you've got huge energies of Gemini here, Scorpio, because I nearly thought I was doing the Gemini reading, so y'all got to really be dealing with like big energies of being in yourself, like my moon, but like big energies of Gemini in your reading somewhere, right? And it's kind of like a mind over matter of a Gemini thing as well, right? Like a Will or a Smith. Like, so the names, okay, William, and then another one of Smith, okay? I very much doubt anyone's called Will Smith out here, right? But they wouldn't be watching if they were. But like this energy of like Judgment Day, if you like Judgment Day. And I just know that judgment is, so they're saying the judge, the jury, executioner. So some of you really could be dealing with the channeled messages that I did collectively. Well, I did them this morning and I'm just about to put them out now, but this is probably not going to be out till the next day. So you've probably seen those already. Judgment Day. So they're saying like this court appearance that could be coming up for a lot of you, right? And that you've got like this restriction, like this, I'm not going to say anything. I don't really want to rock the cart. I don't want to like make it any worse. It's okay as it is. It's fine in a box on its own. Don't shake it. Don't wake it. Don't break it. Don't do anything. I just don't want it disturbed. Okay. So if it's an it might be a Stephen or a King. Okay. But like, I don't want to rock the boat. And if it's there, I really don't want to break it. So it's like my precious, like something that is very, okay. Like, wake up. Okay, sorry, because I have had this thing and I'm like getting a little bit cuckoo at the moment. So something to do with cuckoo, right? So you might be doing anything to do with music, instruments and stuff like this. There's a guy I watch actually called Cuckoo. But yeah, so musical instruments, you could be playing music, making music. You might like Angel Radio when I did some music over on the other channel that I run, also music, mixing, mastering, producing, all that sort of stuff. Over on the other channel, you could be doing something like that yourselves, music. Okay, but like Judgment Day, like restriction, tightening the belt, okay, feeling like suffocated. I don't want to rock it. I don't want to like make it any worse than what it is. I don't want to pick at it if you've got scabs or, I don't know what they're saying, like you've got something and I don't want to pick at it and make it any worse. And I don't want to pick on you and make it any worse either. It's kind of like this, it's a Scorpio thing. It's like this, you know what, I don't want to say anything, but I do. But I don't. And I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. So I'd rather really just not say anything at all. And I'd rather just go along with it and see what happens. Because this could be your love life, is what I'm picking up. And I don't really want to rock the apple cart. I don't want to do anything wrong. I can't really do anything right either. So I'd rather just like be quiet, not say anything at all, not make it worse, but still do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like still just go along with it. It's kind of like this, like, I know damn well that this is going to happen again feeling, right? Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine, okay, Jack, James, Jackie, okay. But like, yeah, that is your message. I don't really want to rock the apple cart. I don't really want to say yes. I don't really want to say no. So basically, I'm just going to sit and bide my time, let it happen, and then if it happens again, then I will make my mind up whether this be an equivocal yes or no. It's kind of like one more chance, right? One strike and you're out. Like you've got, you know, this could be a court appearance that you've got coming up. And like that, I've done something once, I've done it twice. If I do this once more, then I'm fucking for it and I'm for the chop, right? So I can't do it again, right? So, but it feels like that you are. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a strange message of like, say, your love life. And you've done this before, you've done it again, you've done it before, you've done it again, you've done it before, you've done it again, you've done it before, and you've done it again. You've worn the t-shirt, thrown it out, pissed on it, set fire to it, bought another one, wrote a book about it, a bestseller, about my t-shirt, and then fucking ended up just kind of like, oh bollocks, let's just do another one, right? So, I don't know, someone's doing another line, I'm hearing cocaine, something like that, okay, let's just do another line. But let's just do another one. But it's like this addiction, right? Like this addiction, right? Of like, we've done this so many times that I don't want to say yes or no. I'm just going to go along with it. And then if it happens, then I can make up my mind. So if you're back with a person or you're with a loving relationship or whatsoever, it feels like that I would rather really not say anything at all. I would rather not say yes or no and just kind of like brush it under the carpet, not say anything and go along with it and go into the relationship. Not say anything, and then if this person does it, then I'll know, and then that'll be a no. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that. That's what your message seems to be. Some of you really do have this court appearance that could be coming up for a lot of you, because I feel like something being very restrictive okay, or someone very, very, very angry and like a narcissist, right? That you have one around you, say, and you don't want to piss them off. Like, it's like I don't want to set you off, like, because I know if I say something to you, it's going to set you off. Like, you're going to fucking run wild with it. So I really don't want to, like, or the name Wild, okay, or Kim, or Kimberly, right, or Wild, Kim Wild. We're the kids in America. Oh, see, channel messages wise, I came up with around, I don't know if anything was going on over in America, but just watch the last collective channel reading, okay, about restrictions, okay, and public. The things that were going on around the state, because I don't know what's going on over in America, because I'm from UK, and I've got fucking more problems with my own life really than worrying about the television, or like the governor of the state. I think so. You've got that here, something to do around the governor and court and restrictions being like up against the deadline. It feels like this energy. Like I said, I want to go back to that slightly around this. Like I've like one strike. I've also done it again. If I do this once more and I get caught, I'm fucked, right? So I don't want to, but I kind of am. Do you know? I really can't explain your message. So I don't know, because like for instance, if you're on a diet, right, you're looking at something and you're thinking, you know what, my mind keeps telling me that this really is not a fucking good idea, but my body keeps telling me that, yeah, this is really tempting, and this is really kind of like, yeah, that's really tempting me. So you know what, fuck it, Nick, I'm going to have it, right? And you buy it, or you bite into it, right? It's a bit like the apple, so you really could be dealing with a Gemini, right? A bit like this forbidden fruit, right? Well, Geminis are like that anyway, around you, or you are them, or whatever, or them, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Matilda again, Jen, Julian, Justin, Jasmine, right? Well, like, sorry guys, my head, Edwina, also Eddie, okay, Edwina, or Ed. I don't want to rock the apple cart and bite into the forbidden fruit, but I've already fucking bit into it, right? So I've already kind of like thinking, yeah, go on then, I'll have a fucking slice of that. And you do, and then you're like, but I know damn well that if I have that one piece of cake, I'm going to eat the fucking whole lot, right? So you can look at this as any way you like. It doesn't have to be a cake, it can be a minge, for instance, right? And you're like, I know that if I look at that, I'm going to like start getting all kinds of like query and quivery, and now I'm going for it. So it feels like this temptation and desire around you, and you know that if you just do it once or have it once, you're fucked. So for a lot, like I said, for a lot of you, you're really dealing with someone that has an addiction around them, and because that's a heroin addiction all day long. That, as a, you know, I used to be a counsellor. There's a heroin addiction all day long. Someone that suffers from that, if they have it once, there's not a drug that you can ever really try once. That's a drug that you can try once and spend the rest of your life trying to come off. I did, right? But yeah, you've kind of got this energy, like I said, of tempting and alluring and stuff like that, right? Anyway, so let's see. Trust me when I tell you that my life has been all kinds of complicated years ago. Abstinent from literally everything apart from coffee and cigarettes and, well, food, not really. But I've been abstinent away from a lot of things in my life for the last 12 years, I think 12 or 13 years. So I know exactly when it comes to like addiction and everything like that, and families and things, right? And then I counselled it. And then I done all kinds of things around the community, okay, helping people. But let's see. So, show me what is the other person's intentions and their thoughts and feelings that's connected to Scorpio. Show me the other person's intentions, thoughts and feelings when it comes to Scorpio. So you got 4. So you got an Aries, but you'll come up in this reading as well. So I definitely keep picking up, like, if I have to stand up and say something, I will. If I have to stand up in court, I will as well. So some of you really may have to go to court. I'm also hearing LMA or like LG or Melg. I keep hearing Melg or LG or like LNG or LNJ or something like that. Or I don't know, what do you all call it over there? Fucking when you have, what do you have over there? PJ and Jelly or whatever. I keep hearing PJ, the name PJ. Or DJ, spin that wheel. So John, darling, or John, or darling, or DJ, something to do with music. Okay, but if I have to stand up and say something, I will. But to be quite honest with you, I really don't want to stand up. So I'm hearing that as a message. I really don't want to stand up. I don't want to stand up. I would rather sit down. Stand up, no, sit down. Stand up, no, sit down. Stand up, no, sit down. Stand up, stand up. Every woman, every man, join the caravan of love. Something to do with the lovers, but something to do with a caravan. Like a Carol, the name Carol, or Carol Ann, okay? Or a caravan, someone that lives in a caravan, okay? But I'm hearing stand up, no, sit down. Stand up, no, sit down, stand up, stand up, stand up. I mean, what is that? Why does someone keep shouting at someone telling them to stand up? That's what I keep hearing. Stand up. Stand up. No. Yes. Stand up. No. Stand up. Stand up for yourself is also what I'm hearing. Like, will you stand up for yourself? If this is an Aries person or a Scorpio and you're being intimidated, and this is a message for any of you guys, and you need to stand up to this person, then fucking stand up to them, okay? Because there's this energy of someone shouting at someone, telling them to stand up, and they're saying, no, because my body's telling me no. But my mind, or which can mean someone's trying to persuade me into saying yes, but I would rather say no. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, Harry? So name Harry or Hannah. Keep hearing Hannah also, Hannah. That's been coming up for a few. What's the other person's thoughts and feelings towards Scorpio? Plans and thoughts and feelings. Well, there's sex, all right. Oh dear. The moon in reverse. Some of you have got huge family issues going on. Well, who fucking doesn't? But like, yeah, this is like an Aquarian or Leo. It's an 8. Okay, so, well, whether it be whatever it is, it's the sun. So it's a North Star. So you've kind of got this energy of where things are at home, but things are on very rocky ground. Like, I would rather do something, but I don't, but I will, but I won't. Kind of like, I really don't know what the outcome is yet. It's kind of like making someone feel good, whatever. The sun in reverse to me is something that makes you feel good, but it doesn't make you feel ecstatic. It's kind of like, I feel good about it, but I kind of feel like it's a little bit like on rocky ground, if you like. Okay, so yeah, because this is standing up to attention, because it's sex as well. It's like desirable, right? And it's kind of like, I've got a need for something, but is it being met? Like, you know, am I getting enough? Or like, I don't know. I keep picking up it's something to do with around sexual desire, but that's like an Aries Scorpio person all day long. It's kind of like, on my terms, we can do it when I keep hearing we can do it when the kids are not here. That's what I keep hearing. We can do that when the kids are not here, but don't do that when they are. So, why is the Emperor here, Scorpio? I really shouldn't be doing this reading, but I've got to get it done. The 10, you see, again, we're building, we're renovating, we're moving things around the house, and we're going over plans of actual renovation, is what I'm actually hearing. It's talking about making some plans. So you might be making plans to actually, like, your person's intentions for you is to make plans to rebuild the relationship and start from ground zero, okay? But for some of you, you actually physically are building something, like you really are, like you're designing something. Designing something that is yours, okay, like from the ground up. Like, I'm going to make it from the ground up, do it on my own and make it mine, right? Making it original, okay? I want to do something that's worthy and original, okay? Something that's worthy, because I keep hearing this Wayne's World energy of like, we're not worthy, like, we're not worthy. It's like, fuck it, bruv, I'm going to follow me Dobber, right? Or Rob or Dob, but like, or Don. Keep hearing Don, or Donna, okay? But like, we're not worthy, we're going to have to like rebuild, we're going to have to renovate the house. Oh, fuck, if you've got anything to do with around Libra energy, there were things that were like rotting everywhere, so you could be a number 2, or from Rotterdam or Amsterdam. Okay, but I keep hearing like renovations around the house. Well, Libra, they had this where there was like mildew, or the name Melanie, or mildew, like rot like they're saying rot, like wooden, like wood rot, like mites or something, like in the wood. Okay, or the name Wood, or from Wood Street, or Woodard, or something like that, or Andrew Woodard. Okay, but like there is something about this house that needs renovating, and there's a lot that needs doing. Like there's a lot of shit. That's why I keep hearing like, man, there's a lot of shit that needs doing around this house. Like there's stuff piled up everywhere. Like, so how are we gonna like start fixing the house without starting from like doing one thing at a time, right? One thing at a time. Because the Libra, or the number 2, they had around where there was like fucking something that was just about to come crashing through the fucking roof, because there was water all dripping through the roof or through the guttering or something, and it was causing rising damp. Okay, and that it's kind of like the feeling of like, man, there's more things that need doing around this house than I can possibly imagine, and which one is it that we actually get done first? Okay, because I keep picking up someone's renovating their house, right? That's what I'm seeing. They're renovating their house, but there's like rising damp. Okay, so there's black mildew that's on the house, and it's rising damp, and there's like water everywhere, right? So it might mean that there's mud and everything that's all over things like moss, like, and green moss and greenery, and there's stuff all over. And it's like, you're looking at it and thinking, fuck, man, there's like a lot to do, do you know? It's really what I keep hearing. Well, if not, this person is. This person is. But they're a 4. They have a placement of a life path or a 4 somewhere. Okay. Tidying up and housewife kind of energy. The Tower. So the plans really are to rebuild around this tower, to make it a sturdy and worthy home. So some of you physically are in relationship here, and everything is kind of going okay, but there's just work to be done. There's work to be done around the house. Some of you have physically just moved, or like you're renovating your own, or like if not and you've lived there for a while, it's kind of like, I don't know if it's the bills that are picking up, but like, or the old bill. They keep saying the old bill. Some of you have got this police thing going on. I'm not really picking up on a huge channel of that for you guys, but like it's kind of like this inevitable bill for some. Like the bill, in order to get all of this done, is going to be a big one. Like it's not just going to be something that's mediocre. Okay, it feels like that in order to renovate and get everything done, it's not going to be like a couple of £100. It's going to be a few thousand, right, is what I'm hearing. So it feels like that in order to renovate and rebuild and do things, it's not just going to be a fucking overnight thing or a long stay, short stay. But like, it's not going to be just an overnight thing. It's going to be where it's going to take quite a long time, and it's also going to take quite a lot of money to renovate. Okay, renovate is a message for you there. Because that's why the sun is in reverse for a lot of you. Okay, it's like the family home is a family home, but it doesn't feel as if it's complete. Now, for some of you, it might be because you've got beef with children and stuff like that, and it doesn't feel complete because they're not with you. Because they're not with you, is what I'm hearing. Take the weather with you everywhere you go. Always take Heather. I'm also hearing Heather, but also take Heather with you. Heather Mills. Millsy? Or Heather Mills? Why is the sun in reverse for Scorpios? Because this is the intentions of your partner. Okay. There's this single vibe up in here, but togetherness. Like you've got Virgo. Like someone that some of you are not living with the person, you just go to see the person, and this is the equivocal outcome of like, it's treading light ground. It's kind of like, you know, there's a lot to be done here, and then I'm kind of like not single, and I am seeing someone, but I'm kind of going over there in order to see, but it's kind of like I'm very, like the channel message was around, it feels okay, but it feels like it's going to burn, right? So it's going to fizzle out, like this relationship is soon going to fizzle out and burn. Like it's hard to explain as a channel message. It's just a feeling. The feeling is like that it's there and it's good, but it's fizzling. Like it's kind of like a very, I just don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that, like a fizzling out. Okay, dwindling out and fizzling out, and just kind of it's losing its strength. Do you know what I'm saying? So that. Yeah, that's for some of you that go and visit and stay here. Some of you are in a relationship, and what you are concentrating on doing is, because I keep picking up, there's someone here that's like seeing someone, but they're not seeing someone. Like an elderly couple, for instance, right? An elderly couple, and they don't actually like have sex or anything like that. They're just like, they go out on dates and stuff. Like they go out on dates. I mean, it doesn't have to be an elderly couple, but someone that doesn't really want a relationship, but they want a companion. I always think that's good, like Dogtanian, really. It could be a Leo, but like a companion. Someone that you like going out with and like having a meal, going to the pictures, like doing certain things with, but you don't really like when it comes to the commitment of love. Like you're not really after that. It's like that feeling. I think that's what that is, equivalently for everybody here, Scorpio. It's kind of like, it's a partnership. Like, I would rather friendship or partnership than what I would, like, the whole hog, right? So for some of you, it's just someone that you're seeing. You're not kind of with them, but they treat you. They take you out and they treat you and you have a good time. But it's kind of like this energy of love is fizzling out, where the connection is not, well, either as one, as strong as it used to be, or two, it's kind of like a companion that some of you have. And it's someone of interest that treats you, and you kind of like, yeah, we go out for meals and stuff like that, but when it comes to anything else, that's really not kind of what I want, right? It's what I'm picking up. You enjoy their time and you spend a lot of time with them, but not so much where it comes to like a physical sexual relationship for a lot of you. And then some of you, this energy here is where you are, like you are, you are. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. Sorry, because like, oh man, I'm all kinds of fucked up. I really am at the moment. I can't do you this. I was going to do this in the bonus thing. I'll have to do it next time. Sorry, Scorpio, for such short messages, but man, I've really got to have a break as well, because I'm fucking, I reckon I'm going to start jittering soon. So, yeah, if you want to join, you can. This is going to be the 14th until the 31st. Okay, that is where I'm going to do your actual reading to see what you've got coming up for those 2 weeks, because I don't know if I'm going to be ill and if I'm going to have time, so I'm going to do a 2-week reading, and if it is okay, great, and I've got time and I'm alright, I shall still do the last week reading, okay? But I'm going to chuck a 2-week reading out there, just chuck one straight up for you, okay? I'm going to chuck one up on you as well. I'm also hearing, go on, chuck it up on me. Or throw up or something. Someone's going to be sick or something. I don't know, throw up. I don't know. Someone like knackered and they're going to throw up is what I keep hearing. So 14th until the 21st, and then the 21st until the 31st is what I'm going to do over on Patreon. And then clarify them and see what we've got coming up for those 2 weeks. If you want to join, it really does help out. Okay, if not, super chat, donation, like, share, subscribe, all those kind of things really do help, very much so. If you want to join Patreon, all the links are provided below. If you want a personal reading, all links are provided below, but there may be a slight delay because it depends if I am ill from this jab or not. If I'm not, I'll be fine. There'll be a reading tomorrow that is out. If I am ill, there more than likely won't be. So I don't know. Okay, but if you want to join Patreon, you can. You can find all the links provided below. Thank you so much, Scorpio. I really do appreciate it. Whew, God, man, I'm sweating. And I will see you hopefully on Patreon.